It is good to be back. Getting a little late start this evening, but we are here. We have made it. I know a lot of news going on. One of the biggest things is the money that our boy Trump is bringing back into the country with these tariffs that everybody was freaking out about months ago.
Yes.
It was going to collapse the economy. You know, that we're, consumers are going to feel these tariffs more than anybody. And then you start seeing that, he basically set a record this month on, revenue coming in from these tariffs. Collected
Right.
so far through July, it's about $150 billion it's
Wow.
done brought back to this country. And it's funny watching the liberal media try to find ways to spin that. You know what I mean? It's like they're in overdrive right now because they don't know what to do. But just admit that it's not as bad as what they were, crying about.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, in the beginning, it was all, you wait till these tariffs start and bread's going to be $10 a loaf and it's bullshit, and it's.
No, and it's actually funny because I saw a post on Facebook, I don't know, probably about a week ago, roughly, and they were just kind of bitching about the price of, I think some of the examples they use, like a Rachel Ray pot and pan set or some shit, it went up and this and that. And so in 2023, I screenshotted some of our grocery list items and, just to kind of compare in the future. And, hey, here we are. We're in the future, right?
Yeah.
So I was looking and like, our egg prices have went down since then, according to my shopping list then and now. The ground meat was cheaper now. The bread. Now this is all, obviously the particular brands that we buy, but they went down.
But
the
still
milk,
yeah.
milks went down. So I'm like, shit's going down. Groceries, groceries are going down now.
Well,
I don't
that's
give
what
a
I'm
fuck
talking
about
about.
Rachel Ray and her pots and pans, but
Well, right, but just typical groceries. And in the beginning, like I said, they were crime, and these tariffs were just going to ruin everything. Everything was going to go sky high.
Decimate everything,
and,
exactly.
And some of them are still saying that, and I'm like, well, what else has to be done to prove that it's not this worst case scenario that y'all were, wanting to fucking, go with for this whole run that they were doing? That this, tariffs going to destroy the country. I think he just worked out a deal with the EU where basically they're, excuse me, they 15% tariff on them. In return, they're hitting us with 0%. So how do you spin that into a loss? You know what I mean?
right.
They're putting zero tariffs on U.S. goods. They're going to buy hundreds of billions of dollars in military gear, from us. They guarantee they got to make $600 billion in U.S. investments, and they have to buy $750 billion worth of U.S. energy. And that's something he just worked out.
It's a disaster.
Yeah, sounds like it.
It's a disaster. Dude.
Sounds like it sounds like the country's just done. It's done. But anyway, so like I said, I figured we'd kick it off with that just to celebrate a little bit. Watch the libs cry because they're still trying to figure out. They're behind the scenes right now, going crazy, trying to figure out what do we do with this? What do we do with this?
Yeah.
Nothing's going according to plans, dude.
Nothing is.
Nothing is, dude.
Man.
Nothing is, dude. No. Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
crazy. So we are on a roll. It looks like, so far, like Justin was just talking about the price of when you compare things from a couple of years ago. I mean, if things have actually gone down, I don't know how you argue with that.
Even
somebody
gasoline,
will.
dude. Yeah, even diesel and gasoline, it's down. It's not where I think it needs to be, but it's getting there.
But it ain't what
better.
it was gonna be when you listen to the doomsdayers. Everybody that was just swearing to God once he got elected, it was over.
Yeah. Today,
And look, not on
today.
here. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was going to say I was commenting with this guy today. I learned the news. Can't afford homes. Yeah, you're right. Let's talk to Jerome Powell about that. He's a Biden plant. So he has the opportunity to lower interest rates, and he hasn't.
Will not do it.
Jobs.
And it's just so Trump can't get another win.
Exactly
that's why
right.
he refuses.
That's all it's about.
Yeah,
right.
it's a pissing contest right now.
Because
I saw that.
you know what's screwed up about that? Because Jerome Powell, when Biden was, well, I guess he was there and he was in office, but I don't think he was there. He lowered interest rates, and when inflation was what 7, 8, 10%, whatever it was, just to try to appease and then try to inject the economy with some money. But yeah, when he sits here, no jobs, dude, there's plenty of jobs out there. There really is. It's just no health care. I can agree with you on that. Healthcare is screwed up big time. It really is. And our parents were continuously fucked up. Yeah, it is what it is. But we can't afford homes. That's not Trump, brother. That's the feds, dude. That's your Jerome Powell that will not lower interest rates. The day he does that and he lowers those interest rates 2 points, 3 points, the real estate market is gonna roll. It's gonna boom. I promise you.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean,
Yep.
that's all it takes is to drop them interest points, and then you start seeing shit roll. And like I said, right now he refuses to do it, and he's got his excuses, but I think it just all comes down to it. It just turns into this pissing contest because he's part of the system too. I don't give a fuck who appointed him. I mean, it's not like it's not like Trump hasn't found out that people that he put in office the last time was a major mistakes. You know what I mean? And I think he had to find that out the hard way, that he made a few bad choices that first go round.
Absolutely, dude.
But so anyway, I think I'm hoping that eventually he comes, he comes to his senses and lowers the interest a little bit. But and it's like you said, it's not always good. There's bad things that come with low interest.
Absolutely, dude. They got to turn the printing presses on, but they've got to do something in this country to offset the problems that we've had during 4 years of Biden. It's just
no doubt.
With the spending, and so something needs to be done. But yeah, we can praise it. I mean, look, let's praise it, dude.
What tariffs? Let's celebrate the tariffs. Look, we want to welcome everybody watching right now. We
Absolutely.
are B.S.ing with the guys. This is what we do every week. Go live, talk a little shit about what's going on in the country. We appreciate y'all joining. Y'all getting them comments. Let us know what you think. Try to keep it, somewhat friendly. We can discuss shit all day long. No problem with that at all. We don't have to all agree, but let's get at it, man. So interest rates are booming. I do want to say, a little sad news. With the last time we were on, I think the next day we lost an American icon, Hulk Hogan, brother.
We did. Yeah, Hulkamania. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. See, that's been split right down the middle. You know what I mean?
Yes.
As far as people celebrating that, and supposedly he's just a huge racist. I don't know, but y'all know this. Justin, you may know him, the dude, Joey Swole, or whatever he calls himself. He's a content creator, and he does a lot of videos where he'll find these assholes that are in these gyms, fucking with people or recording content. And when somebody kind of accidentally walks in front of their camera, they start, fussing with them. Well, he's always taking up for the person that's, being fucked with in the gym, basically. So he's a good dude. He does a good thing, tries to bring a lot of positivity to the, to the platforms that he's on. But he's big. I mean, millions of followers. Well, he kind of shit hit the fan the other day with him because he decided to get on there and give his condolences for Hogan, passing, and said that he was an idol of his when he came up. Well, of course, there come the left. The liberals in his comments, basically saying if you support him, you're racist, this, that, and the other. So what does he do? Bends the knee, gets on there, apologizes to these idiots, doesn't fix a fucking thing. They still hate his ass. Well, then the other side starts going at him because he's apologizing to these clowns. So then the next day he decides, I'm done with social media. You know what I mean? He's like, all the good I've tried to do, it was all for nothing, because they take one little thing that somebody don't agree with, that this pocket of people don't agree with, and they try to destroy you. Yeah. And whether you know him or not, because it looks like neither one of y'all really know who he is. I'm sure if you saw his shit.
But
yeah, I've heard of his name.
But the point of it is really that you cannot apologize to these people. As soon as you do that, you're done. You know what I mean? Stand by what you said.
Oh, yeah.
Don't apologize to this fucking mob. Them days are done. It's 2025. Fuck them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
On it.
I don't understand it, and all it did was ruin his shit now. because like I said, as soon as he apologized, the other side came after him. So you can't win in those situations. You're
No.
better off just telling them to fuck off. You don't like what I said, don't listen to me. You know?
Right.
So anyway, I just thought that was interesting how that played out. I didn't know you couldn't like Hulk Hogan. Apparently that's a new
No, that's new to me. Yeah,
apparently that's a
absolutely.
new rule going on in the country. But
I look at it though, man. Like Ozzy Osbourne dies at 76, right?
yeah.
Hulk Hogan dies at 71. And you look at the two difference of the spectrum between the two, and it's like, here you got a guy that dies at 76 and does nothing but drugs his whole life, dude. And then you look at Hulk Hogan that has probably, for the most part, been pretty healthy, working out big time, and he dies at 71. It's like, I don't know, man. I might take the other way, dude. Maybe that's the answer, dude.
That's what it
You know,
is.
just pickle your body, dude. I don't know. You know?
Dude, it blew my mind that Ozzy made it that long.
Absolutely,
You know,
dude.
'cause
Yeah,
somebody today was
absolutely.
like, I was talking to somebody today about it, and they say, well, he wasn't that old. I'm like, yeah, but in Ozzy years, I mean, Jesus,
Ozzy years, that's
that
got to
dude-
be like 4 years to a human, dude. You
At
know,
least.
extra. Yeah, dude. You know,
My
so
God, I don't know how
yeah,
his
dude.
organs lasted that long, but
Me neither, dude.
I will
You
say
know?
there wasn't any partisan bullshit on that. You know, everybody was
Not
like,
at
oh
all.
shit, but boy, when Hulk Hogan
Yeah.
passed, that was it. It fucking
Yeah,
firestorm.
shit hit
on
the
social
fan,
media.
huh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you know, one side celebrating, the other side mourning. I'm like, good God Almighty, like the dude's died. Because I think he got caught up in some bullshit because he was on the phone using the N word, and you know,
I kind of remember that, dude.
yeah. Well, the only person in the world to ever say some shit that might be racist, you know, in private, of course, was Hogan. The only person,
Of
ever,
course.
you know,
Yes.
even the ones that are bitching about him doing it, I'm sure they've never said anything, you know,
Yes.
that would be questionable. So, you know, so anyway, he got caught saying that in whatever context he was using it in, and then that was it. You know, all of a sudden he was just this, you know, basically a Klan member. And
Yeah.
I think that's where the celebration comes from.
Speaking of people saying racist shit on the phone,
Uh-oh.
I watched like an hour-long documentary on Papa John.
Well,
Wow.
I didn't know they had that much interesting shit about Papa John.
Yeah, apparently he like just a bunch of like borderline shit, but it was like in the earnings meetings and shit, and then the big one came because they had like PR companies coming in to
Right.
like I guess take the N-word out of his vocabulary or something. Like he was doing therapy to get
That's
it
what they
removed
were-
from his yeah.
Therapy.
All right. Look, everybody needs a little therapy from time to time.
I like how
dude, you know?
therapy does it. You know,
Dude, it was nuts when I read it because or when I was watching it, and the documentary kind of started off saying that there's a whole conspiracy that it was kind of like framed that, you know, they were trying to get him out of the CEO position of the company, so they kind of set him up, and yeah, it was nuts, and I was like, look at Papa John's, I didn't know it was a whole
well, I mean,
Dang.
conspiracy or not, he did say what he was
Right.
accused of saying. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it was the big, I guess I say the big debate. I'm not debating it. Y'all don't hate me. But was, I guess, the way he was saying it, because he wasn't using it as a derogatory word towards anybody. He was saying that Colonel Sanders used it. And everybody
okay.
likes him,
Well,
but he's
you know-
like, and I can't, you know, say. He was talking about his political beliefs is what originally got him in trouble because it was the kneeling during the anthem in the Super Bowl. He was bitching at the NFL because they were killing his pizza sales because they wouldn't
Right.
nip it in the butt, and then he got canceled for that. Well, then he was on a phone call saying, you know, well, Colonel Sanders says, boom, but I talk
gotcha.
about the NFL and I'm canceled.
that was kind of the same way that they got Rogan, you know, because he wasn't. I mean, he wasn't even hiding it. It was during like podcasts and all. He would say
Yeah.
that, you know,
Right.
but he was trying to basically defend it by saying, you know, you got to look at the context. I wasn't calling anybody that. I might be, you know, reciting the lyrics of a rap song or something, you know, or whatever. Now, I'm not saying that not making excuses for it. I mean, you know, it's a known thing nowadays. You just to go screaming that word, you know, all around. But it wasn't like you said where they were just out there like, you know, you filthy N-word, you know,
No.
I hate you N-word. You know, it wasn't like that, but it's always presented like that. So then it comes down to can we say that if we're rapping along with a song on the radio? I don't know what the rule is with that. Because I've never done it,
No, right. If you're white, you can't do that.
That was
dude.
my
No, if
fuck,
you're white,
man.
dude, you can't do that. But I want to give a shout out to Johnny Five. Welcome back, brother.
Where's
What up,
Johnny
Johnny?
5? There he is.
Yeah, he's in there, dude. He's got
up,
3 or
Johnny
4 or 5
Five?
comments already, dude. Well, yeah, Johnny Five.
Yeah. So anyway, Hogan's gone. He's big racist or whatever. And speaking of race, man, that shit going on with that Sweeney girl. I know y'all have seen that.
Oh,
Yeah.
They are fucking in full meltdown mode, man.
Yes.
Dude, that's
It's like-
crazy.
And I don't know what. I guess it's just she's a beautiful girl. I mean, what?
Right.
I don't know if these liberals. It's really these women. These leftist women. They're just mad that they have an attractive woman back in some ads because for years now, they've been trying to convince you that these fat, nasty fucking people that they're throwing on these ads is
Right.
attractive. And it's like, I'm sorry, they're just not. Well, I don't
They
know
said
why
it
it's so hard to
screams
say
white
that.
supremacy.
Yeah, because she's blonde hair, blue eyes. So it's like
Yes.
it's basically it's Nazi shit, And I'm
Yeah, like
what
they
in
got
the-
on there
what
and
a
said she
reach.
has the best genes,
Yeah, like what? Oh, Jesus
It's like,
Christ!
no, you-
Imagine reaching
Where's
that
it end,
far.
dude? Yeah, where's it end, dude? It
I
doesn't.
don't
guess. I
understand.
don't
Like
know.
it's the girl's attractive. It used to be how ads were. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
was
I mean,
just-
go Julia Roberts, dude, or whatever it
Well,
was.
whoever, yeah. And
Yeah,
even when it
whoever it
goes to
might
the
be.
guys, like
Yeah.
it never bothered me. Like I never expected to be a Calvin Klein model.
Right.
But I didn't expect them to put people like me on there. I'm all fucking 5'10", 145 pounds. Why
Yeah.
would anybody want to look at me shirtless? You know what I mean?
I used to do it, dude. And I was.
Well, I
just-
know you did.
Yeah,
I know
I
you
mean,
did.
too, back in the day, dude. Yeah, I was well known,
but
dude.
but I understood that. I understood why they did. Like back in the day, Marky Mark used to be the one for Calvin Klein. He's standing on TV, butt naked. His
Exactly.
muscles are up. Well, not butt naked, but in his drawers.
Right.
Fit or whatever. All the girls were attracted to him. It wasn't an issue. It wasn't an issue. Nowadays, they put an attractive woman on there, and all these freaking homely women are just all upset and going crazy.
Right.
Yeah,
and
so
like I
like I
said,
said,
they
turns
act
it
like
into a
they said
race
that
thing.
she had the best genes or something like that. It's
Yeah.
like, no, they just said that she has good genes. And it's like, okay, yeah,
It-
she looks like she's got good genes,
It's
Is
like
that with a G or a J?
well, that's what they were. They
it was
wrote it with a
kinda-
J, but
Yeah, right.
yeah.
right. Exactly.
No, it just shows you. It's almost like the same people that complain about what's going on nowadays. They fail to realize that they have it so good that that's the kind of shit they can find to make trouble about, and
Yes.
complain about.
Yeah,
Is a
absolutely.
fucking ad for an American Eagle because they used
Why not?
a normal looking woman. It's
Right.
like they have nothing else to bitch about.
No,
but we'll
exactly
sit there
right.
and harp about how horrible this country is. It makes
Yes.
no sense.
None
I
at
say
all.
leave if it's that bad, Yeah.
Most of what they do on there makes no sense. Oh, we back on the Epstein files.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
every
yeah.
week, man. Every week.
Back. Anything new with that?
I really
I
haven't
think
heard
so.
anything.
I seen.
Dude, I did hear something. I did hear something on the Epstein file that who was on there was Tom Cotton, man, which is a representative for the Republicans, man. I heard he was on the list. Now, I was debating it with somebody off air before I got on, and it's like that doesn't mean that he did anything. And I'm not
No.
taking up for the guy, but Tom Cotton was on the list, and it's like, oh, okay, I gotcha. Well, I'm cool with that, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did see. I think Trump said something about it. May have been forged where his name is on it.
Yeah.
And then everybody out, let's shit hit the fan. And they're like, oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah,
It's
here
like,
we go.
come
It's on. Yeah,
Can't
Trump's
say
on the
shit
list.
like that, because
Oh,
now
no,
everybody's
no.
like, oh, now
Yeah.
he's going to. I may be on it, but it was forged,
Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
yeah, that don't do you no justice at all, man.
No.
But I did see according to the FBI, a source, they're saying that they recovered the missing minute or whatever on that video, and I'm like, but will we ever see it? Is
No.
the question. You know what I mean?
So, but I thought it was like the minute didn't exist because
Exactly.
the time
See-
was wrong.
That is the problem
Right.
with this whole thing from day one. Is that you're being told one thing, and then a week,
Right.
month, whatever later, you're being told a totally opposite thing. It's kind of like at first the video never even existed.
Right.
then a minute or so is missing from it, and they're like, oh, it does that all the time. That system does that every night. Now it's like, oh, we found the missing minute, and it's like, come on, guys. I mean,
that's what they were like. It does it every day because we have to restart it, and it just restarts the first hour, and then now they found it. Like, oh, no, we really didn't have to restart it.
What do you think's behind that, dude? I mean, what do you think's the reason for this administration? I mean, do you think they, do you think it's them personally, or they're just trying to, protect? I don't even know the fabric of America, because that's what they claim it'll destroy if if this news got out. Or do you think there's really some people close to that Trump administration, including himself, that may be on that thing?
And there may be, but it's like, even going back to the like trying to protect the this and that, like, protect who? Because all the people that I guess it matters to, basically, that can do anything about it, know about it. You know what I mean? And they haven't done anything yet. So even if they do let it out to the public, what's going to happen to anybody? Nothing, because the people that can do something already have acted, and they've done nothing. So
I hear you. I know. Well, Anna, you won't be called that here, Anna. Don't worry. Support who you want. Somebody called her a Nazi for supporting Trump. They love these words. Nazi.
That's the norm around here.
Brad, you muted, Brad.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, welcome aboard, Anna. We thank you for having us. Like and subscribe, please.
Anyway, we're getting fans of Trump here in the comments. No, but honestly, it makes me start, wondering like what is going on, because it's not like you can blame that on the Democrats, what's going on as far as all these, these discrepancies and shit with this Epstein mess. I mean, it's right there. I mean, on the lap of Trump and the rest of them, really, honestly, because they're the ones who started that shit. Now, the Democrats like to play on that bullshit, like they're excited and want them released when they had years to do it themselves and didn't do it. So I don't buy that either. No, but it doesn't look good for any of these Republicans that are trying to, to stop this shit from ever coming to light. Because what's going to happen, it's going to wind up being one of these cases, I guess, like the JFK shit and everything, that, I mean, it's just going to be buried for fucking years. I don't think you're ever going to know the truth on that.
It'll surprise me.
Even if they do put out the truth, I don't know that anybody's going to believe it unless it just, like, they put it out and it's just the worst of the worst case that you could imagine is what's on the files when they put them out. Nobody's going to believe it.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
No, not now. And I mean, what you're going to get, though, is whatever side looks bad, if the files are released, the other side's, like you said, they're not going to believe it. Trump supporters, too. I mean, Trump's name could be on that motherfucker, and they're going to find a way to defend it. Because everything just looks tainted now, so I get it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So to me, I guess it don't even matter now if they release it. I mean, what is it going to do? Everybody's just going to look at it like, well, I don't really buy this, Yeah, if they see names on there that they don't want on there, Well,
and even the opposite. Say they put it out and Trump's name isn't on there. You think everybody's going to buy that Trump wasn't on there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's doctored, Or if they put it out and, whoever from the left isn't on it that, we suspect is on there. No. He was definitely on there. So.
Yep. If you're just joining us, we want to welcome y'all. We are BSing with the guys on here doing a little bullshitting, talking about all these current events going on. Everything we say on here is fact-checked, 100% true. So just, remember that as you're listening. But no, we welcome y'all. We appreciate it. Y'all getting them comments. Let's chop it up. But, yeah, no, I'm with you, Justin. If Trump's name ain't on it, the other side is that they're going to, it was removed,
they're going to lose their shit, dude. Yeah.
And at this point,
I would just put his name on there, dude, for the fuck up. Let's see what it does.
Because look, his supporters ain't gonna believe it anyway. So
no, he ain't on it. That ain't true, dude. That's auto pinned in there, dude.
Might as well put our name on that motherfucker.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, absolutely. I'm in.
No, it was a hoax. I think we should just forget about it.
Just forget about it. Yeah, just move on.
It's a hoax.
For some reason, that's what Trump wanted us to do.
Yeah.
But anyway, did they ever? I don't know. Did anything else come out against that, possibly white shooter that shot up that little football fucking building or whatever the fuck he was in? Wasn't that what CNN said?
It was a possibly white man with a mustache.
Oh, you gotta love it, dude. I'm looking at the picture right now, and it's like, come on, man. You know, you could see from a mile away it wasn't a white guy. I'm not saying it had to be a black, could be a Spanish guy, but you could see that it's, you know, it wasn't a white guy. Boy, they just can't help themselves, huh?
No,
they
not
cannot
at all.
fucking help themselves.
They're like,
I don't
oh,
know.
mass shooting white guy.
Yeah.
White
And
guy.
look,
Of course.
Yeah,
But that's what
typically
they
it
hope
is.
it is, dude.
I gotta
That's
give
what
it
they
to 'em.
hope
Look,
it is. Yeah.
typically it is, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be honest, you know. But
And they're
Hey, it's
hoping, dude, it's a
2025,
white
you can't
Republican.
stereotype.
Yes.
God
yeah,
damn it.
well, it's just
That's
like
what they hope, bro.
yeah, I got to give it to them. I mean, most mass shooters are, you know,
Yeah.
and but they don't even wait, you know. And then there's nothing to even wait for after you have the video, like it's right there.
Yeah.
And you still say stupid shit like that, and they wonder why they're losing all credibility, you know,
Yeah.
except for their few cult followers that just refuse to, you know, believe that the mainstream media can be full of shit. Other than that, and I think it's just old people, really, you know, that's their source of news. You know, they're not on the internet all day long. They're not on
No.
X, you know, trying to cipher through all this shit. They're just listening to whatever anchor they've been listening to for years.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
CNNs, the MSNBCs.
And Fox too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, Fox too.
News,
Look, Fox ain't no different, dude.
They're
They really not, man.
Yeah, they're not innocent in all of this shit. I mean, they're all biased. I mean, most of them are just, you know, it's all propaganda, and you know, they've got sponsors that they're working for, and you know, they've got to kiss ass to certain sides, and I get it. You know, what's up,
What up, Sly?
Sly?
Go
What
ahead,
is up?
dude.
Big
What
shout
you
out
got,
to Sly. Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
What's Ligma?
Yeah, we'll bite. What's what's Ligma?
Ligma is
Sly?
real. Let's do it, dude. Yeah. Explain.
Shooter was half black and half Japanese. Yeah, but he was possibly white. You don't understand. You know,
No, right.
possibly.
And he was a Republican, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah, aren't
Before
they
it was
all? Yeah.
every one of them, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
every one of them, dude.
Look, Trump takes bribes. Man, we'll name a politician that don't.
Yeah. Let's
You know,
talk Nancy Pelosi, and let's talk them all.
Oh
dude.
God,
Yeah,
did you hear? Speaking of her, did you see her get pressed on CNN of all places about
Yeah, what was that, Jake
insider
Tapper?
trading?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and you know, because I think who was that one of them senators was talking about, you know, introducing that bill to where, of course,
Yes.
I
these,
was going to ask
you
you
know,
if you thought it was going to go through because they,
No.
well, the Senate panel approves the bill. To
Yeah,
ban
Josh
the elected
Howley.
officials.
Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Josh Howley. Yeah.
it's going to fizzle out. There's no way they're going to allow it because, for one, there's
No.
people like Nancy Pelosi that aren't going to let it happen. Now,
And
I'm
then
not
here's-
saying she's the end all be all, but you believe she's got say around
It
that.
And here's
says-
a woman that has outperformed the S&P 500, dude. You know, as a representative, dude, she's outperformed the S&P 500 for how many years? You know, it's just it
All
is.
I'm
Well, it was-
saying, it says right here on MSN, Pelosi endorses stock trading ban. So
Absolutely, I bet she does. I bet
I
she
don't
does, so
believe
she
that,
don't
'cause
go
the
to
dude
fucking
on
jail,
CNN
dude.
I was just watching her, and
Yeah.
as soon as he brought that up, I think he was trying to play a video of what Trump said about it, but the video was freezing. So he said, "Let me read it to you." And he started. She's like, "Why? Now, why would you read that? You know, we're not here for that." And it's like, well, what's the problem? Let him read it, and then you answer it. You know, she knows what they're doing. They're all doing it. It ain't just her. It's every single one of
absolutely.
them. You
Every
know?
one of them. Republican, Democrat, Independent, Green Party, Libertarian, all across the board, dude. They're all doing it, man.
Yeah,
They
and I
know.
guess the big problem though is you could put an end to it, but it's not like there's not ways around that because it's not
Yes.
going to stop every family member they have.
No.
You know
Look
what I
at her
mean? So-
husband, dude, Paul Pelosi.
Yeah.
Isn't he a hedge fund manager or something? Or he does something?
So
yeah.
it
you
doesn't
know?
matter. You can get your your aunt, your uncle, your brother, your sister,
Sure.
your kid. I mean, so
Right.
to me, there's really nothing you can do about that at this point. It just it's too financially, you know, beneficial
Lucrative.
to these politicians. You know,
absolutely,
and
dude.
not even if you take out the stock market, just being in the government itself. You know, they've allowed it to become where you can be wealthy doing it, and that shouldn't be the case at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean that's when everything just went to shit. You know, because now people are getting into it to get wealthy, more powerful, more wealthy, and it's just not what it
Yep.
was meant for. And I just think that shit's too far gone. I don't see how you change that.
No.
I mean,
not
who's
at
going to
all.
allow it to change? Just like this shit going on with, you know, this bill or whatever where they can't trade stocks. That shit ain't never going to go through. And if
No.
it does, it's a bullshit bill anyway. Because like I said, there's ways around that shit, and they know.
You know, like we talked before, Shane and Justin, it's like putting a bill in there and getting it passed for term limits. You know what I'm saying? Do you ever see that happening?
Term limits? Hell no.
No, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. You know?
No, it'll never happen. You'll get a lot of them that'll say it. You know what I mean? And they'll act like, yeah, I'm for it because they know it'll never pass. So,
you know who's the biggest proponent of it is Ted Cruz. Of course, it's always when it's Democrat run.
Yeah,
It's never like, I haven't heard him mention that since they control everything right now, but I haven't heard him mention that. So, Ted Cruz, I'm calling you out. I know you listen to our podcast, Ted. I know you listen.
I'm a bomb.
Put the bill in. You want term limits. I'm all for it. I will back it 100%, dude. But yeah.
I'm gonna bomb him with that sound bite. He's gonna have to listen to it. I'm gonna hit him up.
I'm in, dude. Yeah.
I want to give Eddie B comment here. No response. It's all right. You boys don't try. I don't. For one, we don't see all the comments. If you see what we see,
it's impossible.
It's scrolling through so fast. So we're not. I mean, we try to get to as many as we can because we really do appreciate y'all joining in, man. It's awesome. You know, it helps keep the conversation going. But I can't get to every single one. And believe me, we throw up shit that people name call us or disagree with us. It doesn't matter, you know.
No.
We'll put it.
We
up
got
there
thick skin, bro.
If I catch it, you know. But man, that shit it scrolls by so fast on my end. It's hard to keep up with them. So
absolutely,
I'll take no offense to it. But we do appreciate you watching, Eddie, for sure.
Yeah. And look, Eddie B, just out of curiosity, we're not rednecks, we're coon asses. Okay, I just want to let that know. There's a difference, dude. So yeah, we're just what we do. We love all the comments.
We get that redneck label a lot. Man.
We do, and we're not, man. We're Southeast Louisiana coon asses, man.
But this one here, it'll never pass. You know that she agrees to because they'll never pass anything that's beneficial to the citizens. For one.
Never,
I hate. Said it before, man. I hate when you really even start to take a deep dive into all that shit with this government and start trying to like, well, maybe this can change. You know, this shit's so far gone. You know, it's like it just, I guess, enjoy what freedoms you do have because I mean, there's no change in what's going on in that government. You might as well just let them continue to make their money and gain whatever power they're trying because you're not taking it back from them. It's impossible. You'd have to have
marry
a revolution.
you, Joey.
What's Joey talking about?
I'm going to marry him.
I need to move to the USA. Canada is oppressive. Please, will you adopt me or marry me? Yeah, Justin will marry you.
I will.
Yeah. Come on down, man.
I'll do it for the right price.
Yeah.
I mean, shit ain't free. But
yeah, that's a whole nother issue. Canada is oppressive, and you can see what they're doing. And you can go just right there across the pond to the UK, and you got the, Prince, is it William or Prince, what's his name, endorsing all these Muslims in a new mosque and they're in trouble. The UK, Europe, it'll never be like it should be. There's nothing but trouble going on over there.
I don't know why they keep, voting that shit in. For
I don't understand it either.
You know what I mean? Like, what you would think the citizens would want to change? I mean, I assume their election process is still legit enough to elect who they want. Yeah. I mean, it can't be like in Cuba, where it's.
And look, maybe Joey can enlighten us on that. I mean, about the voting process and how it works. We're not Canadians; we're Americans. But yeah, it's crazy.
Brad, you want to get into that one?
What's this now?
That comment. What's wrong with Muslims?
Oh, what's wrong with Muslims?
Man, I
mean, they hate Druze and they hate Christians, and maybe not all Muslims. I'm not going to classify all Muslims in that, but some of these radical Muslims, they hate Druze and Christians, yeah. But other than that, I don't really have a problem with Muslims. I just don't believe in killing somebody over their Christian beliefs. I just don't believe all that, and it's going on, dude. It is going on more than you know.
It's getting too dark on this show. Let's lighten it up.
Doesn't like the radical.
Yeah, let me turn.
Justin, you're the one on the top.
Is that better, dude? Is that better for me? I turn my light on.
H, I hope you're a man because I don't take compliments from women. But
well, wait, hold on. He's the guy at the top. Oh, that's what he was. Yeah, that's what I knew it.
We'll take it, dude. Yeah,
I'm gonna say it's a dude.
Yeah, probably.
It's
just
just more fun that way. It's okay, Justin. I had one. Look, that was the weirdest phone call I ever had. I used to, I think I was about 18. I worked at Circle K, and it was like 2 a.m. I got a phone call from a guy saying that he was in there a few hours ago and just thought, he was basically complimenting me on my looks and wanted to know if I was interested in, going out or whatever. And I didn't even know how to answer, you know?
Yeah, how do you answer
I'm thinking
that, dude?
fuck
Being
no,
a
but
straight heterosexual male,
Yeah,
how do you answer that, dude?
and he was so polite about it, so it
Yeah, I
wasn't
bet.
like it was any,
Yeah.
you know, where I needed to be rude. It was just very odd because I had never been hit on by a
Mm-hmm.
dude before. So, I mean, I guess it should be no different to getting hit on by a woman, but I just didn't know how to take it. You know, at 18 years old, I'm like, no, you know, I got a girlfriend. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't know what to fucking tell it.
And then for anybody to like go home and think on it for a few hours,
Yeah,
and it's like,
yeah.
I got to call.
Let me
I
hit
gotta
up this
call.
dude at the gas station, man. You know, I should have found out what his net worth was before I turned it down. Huh?
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. 10 million? Dude, we can talk.
Yeah,
we can talk. Dude.
man.
Yeah.
Like, can I be on top? You know, that's all I ask. Bottom guys, they taking shots.
That's enough, dude. That's enough, dude. Yeah.
Bottom guys, 100% divorced. That's not true, Brad. Somebody says you're 100% divorced, dude. You are.
Somebody said that to me. The bottom guy, 100%.
Yeah.
No, I'm happily married, dude, of 22 years, man. So 2 kids, happily married. So no, I'm not 100% divorced, dude. I promise
Let's see
you.
what, Joey, now we get back to some seriousness there. Canada has a terrible electoral system, 2-party system. There are other parties to vote for, but that's just wasting you. That's kind of how it is here. I mean, it's you can have a independent, but they're never going to get anywhere. That's a waste of vote, you know. I just didn't know if it was as like super corrupt. Like, you know, like I said, some of these places it'll be, you know, this guy got 100% of the votes, and it's like, no, he didn't. You know, like it's like Saddam Hussein. You know,
Yeah, right.
100% of the votes every time. You know, I didn't know if it was that bad. You know, so
I don't think
figured
it's
at
that
least,
bad, damn.
No, that's what I mean. You figure they could still vote their way out of that nonsense, but. Yeah, this one here says, assume talking about my story. He didn't care if you had a girlfriend, the gay guy. Yeah, he probably didn't, but I didn't know how else to respond, you know, without being super rude to somebody that was
Not at
being
18,
nice.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh, please don't come back up here, dude. So then, every guy, look, from then on out, every guy that's walking in, I'm like, I wonder if this is the one that's like undressing me with his eyes. Like, this
Absolutely,
might be him.
I'm sure, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man. No, I wish I'd get hit on. Don't happen no more.
No.
Let's see. Russian elections mostly go to one party. Yeah, that's true. See, that's how it is in Russia. That's what I mean. It can't be that bad in Canada yet, man. I think these people just
Not
keep
yet.
voting for these
Right.
bullshit promises that these, you know, I guess socialists or whoever, you know, these communists come up with. I mean, it all sounds great. And I'm thinking, well, how many times does it have to fail for you to realize it's not?
And we're
really
dealing with that, not so much our country, dude, but we're dealing with that in the state of New York. I mean, look what's going on with you know, with the mayor election up there, with, you know, wanting to get rid of prisons and defund the police.
And he's going to win. You watch.
I bet, dude.
You watch.
You know, government grocery stores. I just, and you know, in a way, I think I do think it's horrible. I do think that's horrible. But in a way, it's like I want to see it happen. just to see New York fucking fold, because that's what's going to happen.
Look, it's like, if you have to hit rock bottom to change, then that's just what's going to have to happen. And it's like these people just don't get it, man. Because you watch, he's going to win, and there ain't a damn policy that he's spitting out going to actually work.
Not at all.
There's no fucking way.
Yes, absolutely.
It can't work. You cannot sustain a society like that, you know, where everything's just free. And he's talking about taxing the business owners.
Yep.
Well, I mean, these fucking business owners are going to be like, fuck you, I'm out of here. I mean, it makes no sense, but yet he is going to fucking win. It's crazy. Now, maybe there's not a better option. I don't know. I mean, there's got to be somebody running, you know, that's a little better than that. But
I mean, dude, I would almost take Adams that's running for re-election, you know, because I think he switched parties, dude. But, you know, would he go independent or something, I think? But,
I think he had to.
I think he had to, dude. But
I was going to say, this other guy won the primary, so, I mean, I don't think he had a choice. I don't know how else he can do it. But, yeah, I'm with you. I'd rather keep him in there, honestly.
Absolutely. Yeah. I just, and as much as I don't want that to happen to New York, but I just, in a way, it's like, I wish it would. Just the people that would vote that in. I don't know. My mind isn't set up like that. I don't see it there, you know. So
yeah, it is.
I'm a capitalist, folks. I mean, I hope that pisses y'all off, but I'm a capitalist.
No,
and
they love it.
Nah,
everybody's a capitalist.
Everybody.
Only lazy people that don't go on.
I'm not a capitalist for EBT. or Section 8 or any of these government subsidies. I'm not a capitalist when it comes to that. I'm a capitalist to go out there and make my own money.
No, and look, and we ain't gonna shit on everybody because we talked about it before. That welfare, it has its place.
It does have its place.
It's the ones that make a career out of it that aggravate you.
But when you read articles about how they made millions of dollars of scamming the system, and you and I were talking about that off air earlier today,
we'll talk about it now. There's a local girl got arrested over here by us. She made, I want to say her salary was like $6 million a year she was making.
Yes.
And she was scamming the government out of Medicare or Medicaid, whatever it is that they get.
Medicaid.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she was filling out this false fucking paperwork claiming she only made $2,000 a month. She's worth millions, sucking off the fucking system. And then in her mugshot got a big fucking grin on her face.
Yep. To the tune of like 40 million.
Huge. Now it's going to cost her in the long run.
Yeah.
But it's like that's the type of abuse that, we talk about, when we say that, the welfare system definitely needs an overhaul because
absolutely
there's no way that she should have been able to get away with that long. Because if she was able to collect that kind of money for that long, something was going on. It's almost like she had to have an inside source or something.
Yeah. Where's the checks and balances, dude?
Yeah.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that when I saw it. I mean, this girl was driving around. They said in a Lamborghini, and on government assistance. Like, what the fuck? Maybe I'm jealous. I want to figure out that plan.
I mean, I drive one, but I finance it, dude.
But well,
it happens. Yeah, I've earned mine, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so, but you're right. That's, anybody that argues against capitalism, it's usually people that just don't want to fucking work and they want shit handed out to them. It's what keeps your country going. I mean, you can look at countries that have a different type of system and it just doesn't work out. It just doesn't work out.
Right.
It stops all drive for one. You should be able to capitalize on your work ethic.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Right.
If you want to work harder than the next guy, that should be profitable for you. And there's some places it's not like that. It don't matter how hard you work. The government's going to take what they're going to take. You're
60%,
70%.
Yeah,
I think we're overtaxed here, but you have the opportunity to earn as much as you want. I mean, if you didn't, you wouldn't have, the billionaires that we have and shit, I mean, you can earn what you want, whatever you're willing to work for here. Some places it ain't like that, man. So then it's like, what's the incentive to go bust your ass? I'm going to be the first one to quit fucking working if I can get paid the same thing as some asshole that's sitting around doing nothing.
Sure. Why not? What's the incentive? No,
Anywho.
Darth, we're not pedophile lovers. Yeah.
They starting that shit again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're not.
Was the Jet2 holiday meme real, like the post on the White House?
The what?
Have you seen the Jet2 holiday memes where like people post some crazy shit happening, like their fucking boat will capsize or something, and there's like, it's a Jet2 holiday, da-da-da, and you haven't seen it yet?
I don't think
so. Let me find it. Y'all look at me like I'm a nut.
You are.
Well, that's how I was when I was telling y'all about Joey Swole. Thought everybody knew my boy. Jet2 holiday, huh?
From W.W.T.G was sent to France. They're called coon asses.
Yeah, talk to me about Jet2 holiday.
You just gotta find the video. Apparently it was real. Like all the news places are reporting on it, but I'm not logged into X.
Yeah, but what's the gist of it?
So it's just a viral trend that's going on right now, and it's like some Australian travel agency, and they're like advertising a Jet2 holiday. And,
a British low-cost airline based at Leeds Bradford Airport. These holidays combine flights of Jet2.com with accommodations, transfers, and 22 kilograms of baggage allowance.
Yes. So, but people are using it as a trend, and they're posting like shit that's happening like terribly. Like they would post the sound of that ad over like a video of the tsunami coming into Hawaii, basically like. But the White House.
Oh yeah. Now that I hear it, I'm playing it on my end. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
yes.
I've heard that.
So
I didn't know why, but I've heard that overdubbed over videos.
Yes.
Okay.
So the White House apparently used that sound in a video today over like the ICE deportations and shit.
Yes.
Did you see the video?
No, but I know what you're talking. I heard somebody bitching about it, and I didn't know that was the Jet 2 holiday thing, but I've heard that before. Let's see. Anyway, let me see what I'm. White House.
Michael and
everybody's
no more
been
taxes.
cutting up.
I'm all in, Michael. Yeah.
What's Michael talking about?
He wants no more taxes, but he commented earlier, who has the hottest wife? Dude, all of us, dude. We all have hot wives, dude. So, yeah,
Yeah, they're not for rent. So.
Not at all, dude. No
taxes, huh? Yeah, that's that reminds me. I think y'all were talking about before we got on air that $600 that they're talking about. You know, that
dude,
it's
such dog shit.
And I'm like, what is that? You know, all this
such dog shit, dude.
All this money the tariffs are bringing in, and you know, and that's what they're talking about doing with some of it is giving us $600.
And that's what they think about us, dude. They think
is,
just
because
peasants,
they look at
dude.
it like like we're all going to be like, oh my god, $600. The government loves us.
Yeah,
you know,
dude, I won't even pay my light bill, dude. You know, go fuck yourself.
Well, it's just
dude.
crazy. It's just a slap in the face because of how much they tax us, and that's what you're willing to give back with all this money you're bringing in with these tariffs and all. It's like, how about you do like your boy was saying in the comments? How about no taxes? Get rid of the fucking the income tax or whatever.
I was just getting ready to say that, dude. You want to do something for the economy, dude? Eliminate income tax for working class people, dude. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I'm all in, dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Miss Smith, Miss Smith sounds like a lovely person to hang out with.
Absolutely.
Very non-judgmental, just a real good person.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Welcome aboard, man. Like and subscribe.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Thank you for watching, Miss Smith. And what can we say? I can't argue with the white trash thing. I don't know who we are. Who cares?
Dude,
who
it cares?
Speaking of trash, the white people that got their ass beat. What city was that in, Justin?
Cincinnati.
Yeah, what went on with that? They were just like at some kind of function, and what they do? They actually stepped on somebody's shoe or something. I mean, what?
I mean, I guess
I heard they provoked it. I don't know if that's true, but
apparently there's a video that happened before the actual video of, I guess the white dude wound up slapping somebody.
That was allegedly. A different guy though. Because they had, yeah, I know what you're talking about. They had 3 people get their ass beat. One was a man and a woman at the same time, basically.
Yeah.
And then they had another video somebody put up there saying that this is why they beat his ass, and they showed the guy slapping the black guy, but that was a totally different guy than the couple. The guy that was with the girl, so that wasn't, not saying the guy with the woman didn't do anything, but the video was kind of misleading because it wasn't the same guy in both videos.
Yeah, because I hadn't seen that video of the dude slapping anybody, but that's just what I was hearing. So, I mean, aside from that, I haven't heard any other explanation of why the fight kind of started. I've heard people bitching about it.
Yeah, I've heard people even, some saying that I don't want to say initiated a fight, but maybe they got mouthy or something, the white people did, but then people are like, well, it doesn't justify the reaction from it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they fucking, watch what I pull up. Let me show you something real quick.
Yeah, I think I know what you're going to pull up. Yeah.
Let me pull it up. Y'all bear with me. Yeah. Right here. Yeah. Now look at these pictures. Look what they did to this woman.
Oh yeah.
Like
that's what I was thinking you were going to pull up. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, what horrible words? What words deserve that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And then at what point it's like, if you're assaulting someone, at what point do you stop? I mean, do you think this woman was fighting back? I mean, she got her ass beat,
She did. Yeah. She got knocked out.
It's weird, man. Some people go into that mob mentality, man, where they're it's like wild animals, man. It's crazy to watch.
And the problem is it's not 1-on-1. It's 6-on-1. 5-on-1, whatever the number is, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Well, I know.
It's a shame.
I don't know. I know there's a lot of back and forth going on with that story. I don't know what the exact truth is. I just don't see what justifies, especially the woman. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely right.
I would assume she jumped in to try to help whatever was going on with her husband, maybe. you know, but it's like, I
Because
just,
he was getting his ass whipped. Yeah,
well,
he
right.
was.
Yeah.
You know,
And
but
instead of doing this to the woman, I probably would have just stopped beating her husband's ass and walked off, you know, before I go punching. I don't know. I just, some people just live by different rules, man. It's
Right.
crazy.
no,
It's
Mr.
crazy.
Smith, that's not my wife in the picture. So yeah, no, it's not, dude. So anyway.
Smith's still running him out.
Yeah, he's still running. It's not my. I promise you. I don't go to
love it.
Cincinnati. I stay out of Liberalville, dude, whenever I can, dude. You know.
Yeah.
So
Well, we got
I
a
live-
fan. You can see the comments posted at the top of the screen. #1 fan of the show. That's actually what we were going to rename it to. It's the dog shit podcast.
Actually, that might be a good one, dude. We'll link that to our account.
It'll
dude.
stand
Thank you.
out.
Thank
I
you.
sent you.
Thank
I
you.
sent you a link of that video I was talking about.
Oh, to the
Fake news.
that's wrong. I already seen it, and that's wrong. But I'm gonna share it. Let's do it.
Mhm.
Fake news.
Let's see. Let's pull it up. All right. So this is what the White House.
And
Yeah.
all the news media is reporting on it. I guess they deleted it because I tried to scroll down their X account and I didn't see it on there. But I do see every media outlet talking about it.
Yeah, it depends. Now, if that's all criminals, I say laugh away at the video, you know. But some of those people getting deported, I mean, they have families, you know what I mean? They've started families here, and I get it. Like we always say, we get why people want to come here. So I have a little bit of sympathy for them, you know, when they're just trying to come here and have a better life. So, you know, to poke that kind of fun at them is probably, you know, it's
No, and
probably
I
not
thought
the
it was
best.
fake, honestly, until I saw the news because I'm like, they're just trolling, like for
Yeah. And look,
what
I don't
reason,
put
I
it
don't know,
past,
but-
honestly, I don't put it past Trump, you know, having him post something like that. I really don't.
No.
Because he's not, he has no shame in what he's doing. I mean, he said he was going to deport people. He said he was
Yep.
going to close the border, and he said he was going to deport people that were here illegally. He has nothing to hide when it comes to that. You know, I just think, you know, turning into a comedy is, you know, it's a little difficult when there's families involved. You know what I mean? You're ripping families apart.
It kind of takes it over a little bit over the edge.
Yeah, it
really
like I said,
does,
unless that
dude.
was criminals, like if that was people that were here that had broken the
Yes.
law, it's like, yeah, get the fuck, ha ha. Well, I'll laugh at your
Right.
stupid ass. You shouldn't be
Right.
over here committing crimes, you know. But
Right.
you know, some people take it a little far and have zero sympathy for these people that came over here just to try to have a little better life, you know. And look, I get it. There needs to be checks and balances no matter why you're coming over here, you know.
Yes.
But I say, you know, cut them a little break when it comes to just, you know, broadcasting it like that.
I
and
can
being,
agree with that.
you know,
yeah.
being in their face like, haha, you're going back, you know. I mean, you don't know what these people are going through. They had interviews of like, you know, a wife, you know, and her husband's in limbo. She don't know what the fuck's going on. Imagine being in that situation, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You don't know what's going on. You don't know where the fuck your husband's being ripped off to. And granted, they should have came over here the right way. You know, like I said, I'm not justifying all that shit where, you know, they're just flooding across the border. But you know, I just think we can step back sometimes and not have such a, you know, comedic take on it.
And look at the bigger picture of it, Gene. I'm in agreement with you. You know, 100%. Look, we as the Democrat says, we need people that pick vegetables because the average American doesn't want to do that. You know, so yeah. Not that I agree with that, but yeah.
No, I did see, man, them border crossings, like they were talking about, it was down to like single digits the other day.
Absolutely.
You talk about a major fucking change.
Yes.
That's crazy. I mean, it was up in the tens of thousands a day with that last administration.
Yes.
And now I want to say the number was like 9 or something they reported the other day. Now, you know, that doesn't mean there's not some that are getting over, but to just go from a number where it's 15, 20,000 down to 9, I'm like, holy shit. Like, you know, what did they do that drastic to change it like that? It's crazy, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess any administration can do it, but I'm just curious, like, what did they fucking do? Maybe start, I guess, enforcing the laws that were already there?
Probably. Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's all it would take. I mean, you know,
close the border.
Yeah, and allowing Border Patrol to do what they do.
Do their job,
Yeah. So I guess a lot of times their hands were tied. All they could do is just sit back and watch the bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, somewhere down the line, dude, we're all immigrants, man. Not so much us. I mean, we were all born here. But, I mean, if you go look back at even my grandfather, he came from Italy, man, you know, and he came in the right way through Ellis Island. I don't have no problem with that. I really don't. And I don't have no problem with people coming over if it's a visa, a K-1 visa or a visa to come work. And look, as long as you're going to assimilate, that's the biggest thing in this country, dude, is assimilate, man, with our American values. But we have people
Right,
coming
well-
over, am I hitting on it right, Shane? I
Yeah,
mean, you have
because I
people
was just
coming over
looking.
here.
It's funny what you're saying because of what Michael's just commenting on. About how they turn America into a third world country, and
Right.
some of them do. I mean, they're
Yep.
not turn us into a third world country. I mean, they're
Right.
not that powerful. But I know what he's getting at, that they bring that shit way of living over here and don't
Yes.
change anything.
Right.
Because there's some of those cities. I mean, we saw them stories going on a while back where they were just running rampant in these cities and they were controlling like apartment complexes and shit. They were
Yeah.
taking over and
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, you can't come over here and do that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That you can't do. Your ass needs to
No.
go back if that's what if you're just gonna come over here and want to live in the same shit conditions you just came from.
Dude, look at the Muslims, and I don't want to open up Pandora's box,
Oh,
but you can look
Lord.
at some of these Muslims that are coming in Minnesota or whatever parts of this country, and then they want to enact this Sharia law where they don't want to deal with the police of the United States. They want their own laws, their own courts, their own jurisdictions, and it's like, no, fuck you, dude. No,
Isn't
fuck
that
you.
something?
It is.
something?
It's
Yeah.
like, go back to where you came from and implement your rules and your laws that you want to do. If you come here, assimilate, agree with them. We
That's,
are a melting pot, dude. We really are. We're a melting
That's-
pot.
Well, that's like everybody, in Texas with the whole don't California my Texas, It's the same concept. It's like, look, you want to come over here, you're going to play by our fucking rules. You don't come over here and
Exactly.
start changing shit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
fuck
exactly.
that, man. We like it the
I'm
way
in
it
full
is.
agreement with you,
But what else is hot in the news, Justin? What you got crazy?
That was probably my crazy story, was the White House posting the Jet 2 holiday meme.
I know, and I think that was so fucked up if that was just people that were, I don't know. Like I said, I'm torn on that, man, because I know we need regulations, we need rules, we need laws. They need to be followed. We can't just have an open border. But at the same time, like I said, I do feel for some of those people because I'd want to come too. I mean, why the fuck wouldn't you?
Why not, dude? Why wouldn't you, dude? Yeah.
I mean,
but if
who
you come in
wouldn't
here
wanna
to
come
accept every benefit that we can get and not really want to do shit and live off the government or the taxpaying citizens, no, go fuck yourself, dude. Go back to where you came from. But if you want to come here and work and assimilate and learn the language and do what you have to do, we welcome you in. I work, and y'all two know what business I'm in, and I work with them every day. If it's Mexicans or Spanish or whatever it might be, I work with them. Kilos, yeah, absolutely. But I'm gonna tell you what, I work with a bunch of them, man. And sometimes I have to use a translation app, man, on my phone. Thank God it's there because they don't understand. But dude, they're trying. They get out there every day and they work, man. And and they're decent people. They really are. They really are decent people.
No, they are. Justin works with a lot of them. I mean, he knows they're just over here trying to work.
They're just trying to make a better life for themselves.
If you came here, went to any other country illegally, what
would happen?
In your day in and day out life, would you not be expecting to be sent back where you came from every day?
Yes.
Like that's how I would
probably
be nervous as shit the whole time because that's what I'd be expecting every day.
Well, it depends
to be arrested and sent back.
Right now, yeah, but if you know how like the last administration there was no threat of it, so then you get comfortable. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden Trump takes over and it's like, oh shit. Yeah,
and I just see, I guess like you were talking about, like you see people's like families on the news and it's like it's a surprise that they were arrested by immigration and sent back. And it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if I went and broke into Germany tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised in 5 years if they arrested me and sent me back,
It's true.
Yeah. Well, I know we have talked about it too, how the process to become a citizen seems a little lengthy. You know what I mean? Yeah, for people that really want to do it the right way, it just seems like it's almost an impossible task for some of them, And look, it shouldn't be easy. I'm not saying that. It shouldn't just be a form you fill out, Right. But, I mean, some of these people, it's a decade. They're 10 years into it, and they're still they still haven't gained their citizenship, and they've been here being productive, working and doing it all the right way, and they still have to sit here for 15, 20 years before they can even be considered to be part of us now, And I do think that could use a little bit of, changing on that end.
Yeah. A little tweak. Yeah.
And look, they got some hardcore people out there like, fuck them all. Like, none of them need to be here. I mean, I see that sometimes too. Some people are like, fuck them. None of them. I don't care how they do it. I don't want them here. And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't totally agree with that, but to each their own.
Yeah.
Our boy, on to our buddy there, Cash Patel.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of that asshole anymore, but now he's saying that the FBI, they found thousands of Trump-Russia collusion hoax documents in a burn bag in a secret room within the Bureau.
I heard that, dude. Yeah.
And it's like, and what the fuck are you going to do about it?
Yeah, what are you going to do about it, dude?
That's my biggest thing with him and the rest of them assholes and these, these justice departments and the FBI and all. It's like, what are you going to do about it? Another fucking investigation? We're going to get to the bottom of it, and then what? Because I don't doubt they found that shit. I mean, the stuff they're coming out with now with, proving that all that Russia shit and all was just a huge fucking hoax that was put on by the Democratic Party. And it wasn't just the Democratic Party. It was the government, itself.
Oh, dude, it really was, dude. It was.
I
mean, everything I read about it, it's Barack Obama. And then you turn around, it's Clapper and Brennan and Hillary, and the way Comey.
The way I've heard it, because, Trump started with the Obama, going to prison or whatever for treason. Right. And I think he needs to sometimes calm that shit down because it makes him look like an idiot, because it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It gets all this fucking, it's kind of like the Epstein shit. You start building people up to believe this, and then when it don't, it just makes you look bad. So sometimes he needs to calm that shit down. But from what I understand, with the way that Obama was involved in it, is a lot of that shit was presented basically to him or his team saying, look, we did the investigation. It doesn't look like there's anything there with this Russia shit. Right. Well, he didn't like that answer. It wasn't so much of him saying, well, I'm going to doctor this paper. It was more of, well, make it that or something. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't happy with the answer that it's not what it, what we're trying to make it out to be. There's just no evidence there. So he basically wanted them to do what they had to do to make it look like it. Now, is he dumb enough to get caught saying that, or anywhere on paper or on audio? I doubt it. You know what I mean? So it's not like Obama's ever going to go down for anything.
No.
It's just another one of these, we're going to investigate it and then, okay.
Which we've been dealing with for the last, 15 years.
Oh, at least. I was going to say, at least.
At least 15
They're always
years,
going to investigate something. And every now and then they'll have a case where they'll have some nobody fall guy that they pin shit on, but nobody of any kind of, importance ever goes down.
No.
It's just not how the government works, It seems like no matter what side they're on, they all have each other's back when it comes to that,
Always.
Yeah. I'm just reading these comments. I'm sorry, dude. But
well, don't read them. Say them. I'll pin them.
Yeah. I just can't believe it, dude. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So, anywho. Oh, did you see? That just reminded me. I was about to get up and get a drink. Did you see how they the Celsius little energy drinks?
Yes.
Did you see how they accidentally labeled some of them? It said Celsius, but it was the High Noon vodka seltzer inside of it. And they were shipped out to stores in multiple states.
Ah, how cool is that, dude?
That's what I was thinking.
Dude, I would love that, dude. Like on a job and I'm drinking a Celsius and it's like, dude, I'm a little fucked up right now, dude.
But could you imagine? Because at first you'd be like, what the fuck's going on? Like, what did
I'm buying Celsius tomorrow, dude.
But it would have to be so weird not expecting that kind of feeling.
Dude.
And then you're wondering like, oh, fuck, like I'm getting sick. Like, what the fuck happened? Like, I don't, I don't feel right. Because you wouldn't attribute it to I'm getting drunk.
No. Right, exactly. Oh, these are tainted, these are laced or some shit, dude.
Something would absolutely freak you out.
You'd have to bring the recall to court for your DWI.
That's what, That's what I'm talking about. These DWI lawyers are about to have a field day.
Dude, can you imagine, dude?
But yeah, they said they, I don't know, somehow the products were shipped to retailers in Florida, New York, Ohio, South Carolina, Virginia, Wisconsin. They were all over the fucking place. And it was,
I'll be right back.
They said the recall was initiated after High Noon discovered that a shared packaging supplier mistakenly shipped empty Celsius cans to High Noon. So somehow they got the empty cans and they realized, they must have put the vodka drink, in the other cans or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, it says that the vodka accidentally got put into High Noon's cans.
That's awesome, dude. I thought that was awesome. Like you said, that's a pretty good score if you knew what's going on. But if you don't, you're like, what the fuck? Like, why do I feel like this? Oh, Brad left us. That's all right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What other news we got happening?
Man, it don't stop, dude. I know Kamala Harris said she's not going to run for governor of California. I'm like, good for her, Yeah, that was, matter of fact, speaking of that, that bill they were talking about getting passed with the the stock trading for members of Congress. They were going to call it the Pelosi Act. You know? And I'm like, good luck with that bullshit.
Yeah, I think it was like 8-7, and it was given the go ahead.
Yeah. So, I did see we're about to get slammed by a 7-mile long alien craft. Did you see that?
I'm cool. Yeah, let's do it.
Let it come on. Yeah, they talk about it's the size of Manhattan. It's moving at 130,000 plus miles per hour, and they said it's not. These scientists are saying it's not moving like a normal like asteroid is, like it as far as the laws of physics. It's defying physics up there. So some of them are attributing it to some alien craft, and they said this bitch is like 7 miles fucking wide. And I'm like, well, that probably ain't good if you see that shit over your fucking city.
When's it?
Dude, I'm gonna call this dude real quick. I'm gonna call this dude Ryan out, dude. And Justin, your mom regrets having you, bro. She told me. I was like, fuck you. The best part of you, Ryan, ran down your fucking daddy's leg, dude. Go fuck yourself,
Lord.
dude. Yeah, go fuck yourself, dude. You don't say that about my people on this podcast. Go fuck yourself.
What's
dude.
wrong with Ryan? Ryan, bro.
Yeah, dude, really, dude? Yeah. Typical shit,
I don't know what's
dude.
wrong with these people, man.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Samuel hit it. Samuel says, Biden didn't release the Epstein files. Why? Yeah, we always talk about that they had plenty of time to do it, and they didn't do it.
Absolutely, dude. Now all of a sudden they want it released,
Yeah, they all in on this shit, man. But
you'll never know the whole truth, Shane, about it, dude. You'll never know the whole truth about it. No.
Have you seen the aliens? No. But I'm waiting on it.
Yeah.
I want to be visited.
Dude, in Southeast Louisiana, we have aliens, dude. We can show you down here, dude. You got people? Yeah.
Well, they are.
Read as a pedophile. Who said that, dude? Mr. Smith.
Said that.
Yeah, go fuck yourself too, dude. How about that, dude? I'm not a pedophile, dude. Yeah, go fuck yourself, dude. Fuck.
They love us.
With Mr. Smith. Yeah, with a name with Mr. Smith, dude. You sound like a pedophile. I bet that's your fucking code name on some of these fucking chat groups and shit. Yeah, go fuck yourself, dude. Anyway, what you were saying, dude?
They love us.
Oh, love it. Just
man.
Look, Mr. Smith, just subscribe and like. That's what I need you to do, dude.
Biden didn't run on releasing the Epstein files. That's true. And we've gave Trump a lot of shit on that, man, because that was
we really have, dude.
A big part of his campaign, and he fucking lied. But if these Democrats gave a fuck as much as they're crying about right now, then they would have released that shit. They were the ones, if you remember, they didn't want anything to do with releasing it. Until all of a sudden some reason that flipped around, once they kind of realized that these things weren't ever going to get released, it's like, well, now we're going to look like the good guys now,
Yes.
That's all it is.
Yeah. I want it released. I think we've all agreed upon that, huh, Shane? I want it released, and I do. And all of these comments in here, and you're talking about Trump is a fucking pedophile and Trump's on the list. Yeah, so is Bill Clinton and so is Tony Podesta and we can go down the list, dude. Yeah, let's release the files. I am all for it. Absolutely, dude.
Why did Trump lead everyone on? I guess the only thing I can chalk it up to is that's the politician that came out in him. I mean, it's I
agree.
There's a couple things that he did. He ran real big on releasing a lot of that JFK shit. That we really that was nothing. You know what I mean? They were going to audit Fort Knox to find out if the gold was even still in there. Never happened.
It never happened. Right.
And because, there's nobody's, at least on this show, has ever claimed that Trump is perfect. It's just, I do think between him and Harris, though, you had to make some kind of decision, and country, I don't care what they say, the country's going in the right way, the economy.
I think so.
He's doing
it just takes time.
It takes time. And he's doing a good job with these tariffs. No matter how much they want to bitch about it, these tariffs are, these other countries know they get put in check, man. They need us, dude. They fucking need us to buy their shit. It's all there is to it.
The whole world needs us, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely 100%.
I saw a screenshot. Trump was talking about his August 1st deadline. What is there a deadline for? What are we deadlining? Does anybody know? No.
August 1st?
Yeah.
Let's find out. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe somebody in the comments can tell us.
XRP, dude.
What you mean?
XRP, dude. It's going to go to 10,000 a share, dude. So,
yeah?
dude. So,
In August.
get ready for buy in, dude. That's all I can tell you. It's not financial advice, but just spend everything you have, dude, on XRP. So we'll all be good.
Yeah, what is it? August deadline will not be extended. See, Trump put out on Truth Social the August 1st deadline.
Apparently tariffs. Tariffs on who?
Yeah.
Is it tariffs, or if it is extending
Tariffs will start.
limit?
Yeah. Tariffs will start being paid on August 1st. There has been no
Gotcha.
change to this date, and there will be no change. In other words, all money will be due and payable. Like, pay up, motherfuckers. That's what he's telling them. I don't think people realize. People get so worked up every time you push back against these other countries. Like it happened with his first go around.
Right.
Anytime he would sit there and puff his chest out to these other countries, people go in fucking panic mode. And it's like, do you know how bad these motherfuckers need us?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like, what do you think these other countries are going to do? They're going to eventually bow down. And Trump knows that. He knows it. He's a fucking businessman. He knows how to negotiate.
Yes.
I mean, what the fuck are these countries going to do without us buying a bunch of their junk? I mean,
and I hate to say it, dude. Like, without the United States, China isn't shit.
No, fuck no.
Does that make sense?
That.
Yeah.
Of course it makes sense.
Dude.
Look around your house. Anybody listening to this, look around your fucking house. And then see all the shit that comes from China.
Yes.
Well, what are they going to do if all that shit's cut off? Or it goes up to a price that people are like, well, I'm not buying that no more. The only reason I was buying it is because it was cheap. Well, then China fucking they can't sell this crap anymore. And that, I've always thought that and kind of ran with it, and it seems to be somewhat true that they need us more than we need them.
Absolutely, I agree. I mean,
we've got to be the number one fucking country on just buying just bullshit,
dumb shit,
dumb shit. Yeah, that we don't need. It's every fucking day, all day, and I'm just as guilty. I can't stay off of Amazon buying crap.
No.
So I mean, it's like without us buying all that crap, these countries' economies would fold. And it's kind of like when he went at it with Mexico, and then Mexico tried to stand tough for a little bit, but then it was like, well, hey, fuck you, we just won't buy nothing. Oh well, never mind, we want to talk now. I mean, that's all you got to do. The man's not dumb. I mean, whether you like him or not, I mean, he knows what he's doing when it comes to just negotiating shit. He's done it his whole life. And it's just weird. You can't give him an ounce of credit for any of that.
They will never give him an ounce of credit, dude.
And you should, whoever's running this country, I mean, it's why not? Why not say, hey, I hope he does good. I want him to do good.
Right.
Oh, here's something he did do good. That's great. I mean, you're supposed to want what's good for the country, not just what's good for your team because you were hooked on a different candidate when the election came around. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden your candidate doesn't win, so now you want the country to fucking fall so you can say, I told you. That's the dumbest fucking way of thinking ever.
It is.
I mean, it's just the dumbest way.
It's a shallow mentality, dude.
Well,
it really is, dude.
And there's a difference between believing it may happen and wanting it to happen.
Right.
And that's where we get caught. A lot of people want it to be bad, to say, look, I told you. And it's like, how fucking stupid are you? Then everybody suffers, Exactly. It makes no sense.
100%,
did he worked out a deal with Coke to get real sugar put back in it, right? I saw
he was trying to.
Yeah, he was trying.
Did it not work
out? And I don't think that's anything new because I think Mexico, man, actually requires cane sugar in their Coca-Cola. I don't think that's anything new. And I agree with him. All of this, if it's RFK with all the red dyes and the blue 40s or whatever it might be, and we're fucked. Our generation, Shane, you and I, we're fucked. We've been ingesting that our whole life, dude.
Everybody.
Justin too, man. We've been ingesting that our whole life, dude. Look, if we can make it better for the next generation, dude, so be it, dude.
I know. I was thinking earlier. I saw a picture of the rubber, I guess plastic mouth guards for football,
Yes.
And I remember when I was a kid, you'd put that shit in boiling water, make it
Boiling
soft,
water,
and then put that shit in
bite
your
it.
fucking mouth and form it.
Absolutely.
You know? I'm thinking that means just the petroleum we were fucking ingesting.
Dude, the PCBs, dude. Yeah, can you imagine, dude? Yeah, your nutsack's full of them, dude. You know.
I saw a meme showing that today, like if you remember this, you had a good childhood, and I'm thinking I remember it, and now I'm thinking that my God, we used to just willingly shove that melted plastic in our fucking mouth.
Absolutely.
You know, everything pretty much you microwave is in plastic. I mean, it's all like you said, it's our
horrible.
generation, and you know they need to change that shit, man. We're unhealthy as a country, and a lot of it's the bullshit that we're consuming, and it's a shame that these companies have been able to do that and get away with it.
Absolutely.
Because there's some places where they can't. There's some countries they don't allow that bullshit in their food, and with good reason, you know. And for some reason, I guess it's money driven or whatever. But you know, in this country, it's been allowed because of the lobbyists and shit. You know, they make these, you know, they let these laws pass or whatever that allows these people to do this, and then it's like they do it, and there's no punishment behind it when people start getting sick from this shit. You know, because everything that RFK Jr. brought up about all the bullshit that's in these foods and the stuff that's getting removed, well. Who's going to be held accountable for all the years they were putting that poison in our food? Nobody. You know, all they've been told to do is stop doing it. And they're pushing back against that. And it's like, why?
Well, and then they had y'all cooking with shit. Or I don't know if it was y'all's generation or the generation before y'all with all the fucking Teflon fucking...
Yeah, Teflon
like every
coated
American
pots,
has the fucking Teflon chemicals in their blood just from the Teflon pots, and fucking they were just dumping the shit in the water supplies.
Dude, it goes back to when I was a kid, margarine was the best thing ever.
Absolutely.
You
Can you
know?
remember
It's
that?
like, don't eat butter, eat this plastic. You know,
butter high in cholesterol. Try
smear
margarine.
this plastic all over your fucking toast. You'll love it.
Yeah.
You know?
Look at the
it's
history
like I
of
still
margarine,
don't know what
man.
American cheese is.
Oh fuck, I don't know.
Dude, there's no telling.
It ain't, dude. That shit lasts so long in your fridge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like you
I got stuff that's been in there a year, dude.
Yes, these slices of fucking cheese you put in your fridge.
It's still holding up. It tastes good after a year, dude.
Huh?
But
Velveeta blocks don't even need to be in the fridge.
You know the amount of preservatives and that junk, and we've been eating that for years and years.
You ever stuck a piece
years.
in the microwave, American cheese, square?
Yeah.
It just bubbles.
It's
it
plastic.
doesn't melt.
That's what I mean.
It just
it's
bubbles.
plastic, dude.
Everything's
right,
plastic
exactly.
that we consume. It seems it's fucking crazy, man. I don't get
Dude,
it.
you know what another one is, dude? Look at Parmesan cheese and read what's in there, dude. They use a filler, which is called sawdust in Parmesan cheese. Read the Kraft Parmesan cheese. And it doesn't say sawdust. I forget the exact verbiage of the word, but when you look it up, it's nothing more than sawdust.
Sawdust is probably healthier than most of it.
Yeah, than the
As
plastic.
long as it ain't treated pine, dude, or treated wood.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, absolutely, dude. What's up, dude? Yeah, what's going on?
Y'all are bitching about things that hippies talked about. Now, do you get it? Yeah, well, I wasn't, when hippies were running around.
I wasn't around when hippies were running around, but I get it, dude. Yeah.
No, I get it. I see it. It's just a shame that these companies were allowed to introduce that shit and stay with it, because they knew from the beginning, like we go back to margarine. They knew from the fucking beginning that shit wasn't good for you.
No.
But
look in the margarine, man. Look in the margarine, dude. I mean, I can tell you a quick story about it. I'm not going to harp on it, dude. But margarine was developed as a cow feed, and the cows wouldn't even fucking eat it. So they took it and they're like, man, we got all this money invested in margarine, which they call it margarine, but in some type of cow feed. So we're going to just change it up a little bit, and we're going to just give it to the population. And it's just, look what Fabio did for margarine, dude. I mean, he
can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah, I can't believe it's not butter, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Fabio. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. No, but that's what I mean. They were able to push that, promote it.
Yes.
And the FDA or whoever was in charge was allowing it, knowing damn good and well that shit wasn't healthy.
No, absolutely. 100%.
It's amazing, man. And so it just lets you know, man, this shit's been so corrupt for fucking decades, man. It didn't just start with this administration, the last administration. It's been going on forever.
Absolutely. And dude, you look at now, like your meats, and it comes down to like your vegetables, if it's a peel, and I know we're going off subject here, but you look at your vegetables you eat, you look at some of these meats with the mRNAs, it's like, where do you trust even your chickens, dude, what are they being shot up with, dude? You know, when
a
you sit
lot.
about what is the average American on a daily basis what are we truly ingesting in
Probably
our body,
more
dude?
steroids than Hogan did in a year.
Oh, dude,
You know?
it's just crazy,
You know, them
man.
chickens
you know?
are full of that shit.
Yeah.
Trying to see. I was trying to see. I was trying to keep up with the comments. Somebody was
It's
talking
tough,
to Johnny
dude.
Five. They're
Yeah.
cucked by the Jews, so they won't acknowledge that. I guess he's talking about us with something Johnny Five said, but I didn't catch it, so I don't know. Again, we're trying to keep up with the comments. We apologize.
And it's a tough deal. Yeah,
It's hard.
rough.
But we appreciate all y'all checking it out for sure. If y'all hadn't hit that subscribe button yet, do it now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Michael Hernandez. Raise your own chickens. Yep, I agree. The problem
that's
is
true.
time.
Yeah. And the meat sucks, though. So.
True. But you get eggs, dude. That's
Richard
what you
said
get.
Teflon was invented to water.
Where you going, bro?
Tanks.
Shane, where you going, man? Now we're
you
homophobes. I
motherfucker.
don't remember saying anything about the homos.
I
but-
said nothing
Yeah.
about homos this whole
No.
episode. So
I mean, they're the last
joke's on
people
you, buddy.
Well, they're the last people I'm afraid of. So you know, they throw that term
Absolutely.
around, don't even know what it
You
means.
don't
But
want to piss them off, dude.
look, Johnny Five, 90% of the products in our home are made in China. Exactly. That was
Oh,
exactly
dude,
the point
without
I
a
was
doubt.
making. That you know,
Yeah.
and imagine if every household in America couldn't buy that junk anymore. How much
Mhm.
China would hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crazy, man.
And there's no
Crazy.
difference, dude, if you go back to the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, dude. Japan was had to end on all of our products, dude. A lot of stuff back then was made in Japan. And when you look back when I was a young kid, you'd look at something as like made in Japan. And to me, I think the quality of something made in Japan was better than what it's being made today. I mean, some of the shit we order here at the house is like, dude, really? I paid $12 for this piece of shit, dude?
From
Jesus
Japan?
Christ. From China on
From
today's,
China.
but
Yeah.
but I'm saying the products back in the day, dude, in the 70s and the 80s were
Yeah.
probably better quality than the shit you get today. It's like, God damn,
Yeah.
dude, this thing for fucking $12? Yeah. But
Oh
anyway.
well, over time, over the decades or whatever, they figure out ways
Yep.
to make things cheaper,
Cheaper.
using cheaper materials. But
Right.
a lot of times the
Exactly.
price doesn't reflect that. You know,
No.
example, American fucking made cars, supposedly American made. You know, just they're all junk. But go buy a new truck right now. You know,
Yep, 100%.
like him right now. Die Hard. We were just talking about Die Hard Bolt, GM or Toyota, which is more reliable? I would assume Toyota. At least that's,
Absolutely,
you know,
100%.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know people that are buying these fucking General Motors cars and doing nothing but complaining from day one. You
Yes.
know, I mean,
Yes.
they're made with trash parts. And big problem too nowadays is all the little fucking trinkets and all that are in all of these vehicles.
Yes.
You know, all these electronics and all. It's all neat to play with for a minute, but all that shit goes bad. Like it's
Don't
usually
you
not
start
the
hating
motors.
on the trinkets.
Well, and they're look, I enjoy them. I use them myself. That's why it's
Yes.
usually never the motors that are going bad on these cars. It's everything else, you know, every
Yes.
fucking
all the
sensor,
electronic part of it,
everything.
you know. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like they're going a little too far.
Yeah,
I
up
want to go
until,
back
like-
where the air conditioning thing was like the thing you slid. You know what I mean? Just put it on cold. I want to go back to those days. I want to roll down windows.
That in the last 2 years, it is the fucking motors and the Tahoes that are going out.
It's garbage.
Tahoes and
Well, that is
fucking
true.
Suburbans, and
Oh,
I think
dude,
it's all their
yeah.
6.2s are like blowing up at like 40.
Dude, they had a recall, what, 600,000 motors or something?
That's it,
Dude? Yeah.
blowing up.
You know.
Yep.
I hate the trinkets, huh? Yeah, I agree with you, dude. Yeah.
All right, 10 o'clock. Let's wrap it up unless y'all got something important to talk about. It is 10 o'clock over here, our time. Getting late.
Yep.
We appreciate all y'all checking it out for sure. If you hadn't subscribed
Yes,
yet,
we do.
do it. We will be back next week. Same day, same time, talking the same shit. We appreciate all of y'all. Until next time, we are out. B.S.ing with the guys. Y'all be good.
Peace, y'all.
Later.
Straight from the swamps of southern Louisiana.